welcome back everybody to PSGL. My name is Kryptonite, and today round 2 of this season in F12, and we are at Singapore, the Marina Bay circuit. Yeah, no rain for the time being, which is good. I'm expecting the time gaps to be quite big around here. Compared to last week, where it was by far the shortest track on the calendar. Yeah, it's gonna be a long race once again, but shouldn't be 1 hour long as last week. So it's gonna be slightly better for me. 20 cars once again. Very happy with this, not gonna lie. Especially for the last tier or division, if you prefer it like this. But yeah, very good attendance. Is still round 2, but yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna tires maybe. I'm gonna put the telemetry. So yeah, Singapore, very technical circuit. Strategy will play a role even in this qualifying session, I reckon. So we might have a couple of people starting, qualifying on the mediums. So it's gonna be very interesting to see what tires the drivers choose to do their best lap on, and yeah, we'll see what happens in around 15 minutes, a bit more actually. But yeah, many people still in the pits somehow. But anything starting the first lap of the evening in the Haas on the softs. There's a line into turn 1. Very tricky, complex. Doesn't use a curve on the inside. Instead of turn 2, turn 3, you don't want to hit the curb. Just gonna see the car. Turn 5, I think that is. Can use the curb, it doesn't. Use a little bit more of the track makes it, but 7, I think it is. Not quite sure of the corner names. I can check. To this tricky, very slow speed corner. That one isn't easy and takes way too much curb. So we'll go again later, I guess. There's a racing point there, that's at least on the mediums. Somebody's crashed. That's Sabeti. And Ibsaro got T, so I'm not sure what happened there, but yeah, down. So yeah, I'm gonna put the track map quickly on my PC screen so I can give accurate place, because there's no like I'm so agree some Bobby. So Bourbon in sector 2, obviously first one to do laps, no surprise. Sector 3 is probably the trickiest sector in the entire game. He's got his stop and valid. I didn't quite see where he invalidated, but he has invalidated. So he goes again though, surprisingly. Really have enough Yaris to finish lap. He uses the inside curve there, but I don't think that's a very good thing. Tomo goes in P1 with a 36.1. That's not very quick, to say the least, but that's the first lap. He's gonna surely find some more time later on in the session. It's a Renault, I think. Yeah, that's Ibsaro, but in the pits he goes. Marco, DK, Tech 21 Racing. Sorry, P1 right now. So 4, 9. Not the greatest lap, but that's an okay one. Does my Salad in P1 34.6, even quicker. But I think the pool time should be below 34, if not 33, but we'll see. Still a lot of time. RP 63, currently, yeah. 2 corners to go. 22 and 23. Cross the line, it goes P4, 37. Not very quick, but will surely improve once again later on. Let's just jump on board with wildboard. No, that's down with, but he pits. So don't quite know why he went again. Fairly weird. There's Red Bull, but probably not pushing Williams. That's be Mike. It's on the lap. This lap is still valid. Cross the line he goes. That's P3 for Mike. 35.166. Too bad. Somebody's crashing. Crashing the tunnel in sector 3. Yeah, that could be what will DK. And yeah, that was his grid penalty for collision. Not sure what happened, but jump with T looks to be on the lap. That's not him I want to go with, but I want to go with his teammate. Grand Prix got a lap invalid, so goes again. There's a Ferrari, that's sector 3. CFC lap was invalid, Maxieng. Time. He lost out lap, so he goes again. Is RP on the lap? I don't think he is. It doesn't look to be, and there he pits. His teammate not on the lap either. Spud, don't quite know. Harley's not on the lap. So, is there actually anyone on the lap? I actually don't know. Maybe Grumpy is. Is he pushing? He looks to be, so he's on board. Purple in sector 2. It's really fully faster than I can do. It's not that quick though, but I mean, if you're on the pad, Dino, then I can understand why. Oh, and Grumpy very wide. I think his car started to slide on that curb, a slight bit, and couldn't keep it under control. Oh no, it keeps going, but I'm pretty sure he's got wing damage anyway. His first lap, 37, so not very quick. Once again, only 6 lap times. And less than 10 minutes to go, so yeah, a bit surprising, not gonna lie. Maciek, so to jump on board. It's P4, 35.5. I'm still expecting faster lap times, but actually I don't remember last season in F11. It was a cool time. 33, I know, 34. Actually check, but yeah, I really don't remember. So we'll check that now. Is it across the line? Not just yet. There's a Romeo, probably Harley. Yeah, Harley. Is he getting? Looks like he's getting a bit blocked by down. Not sure, but. The line is gonna go. There's gonna be a good lap, surely. And yeah, P1 34.4. Maybe he lost a bit of time through that last sector. Maybe he got blocked by Dion a slight bit, but yeah, we'll see. We'll probably go for another lap. He's got time for it, and he's probably gonna qualify on the softs. So Singapore. See, I've got the video. the pole time last season was 34.999. So yeah, it's clearly much quicker than last season. By a long way already. Tomo got pole last season. Where is he? Could be P6 right now, but he's still under the second half of the time he posted last season. I think my lap went P8. Quite sure, yeah, he did. His teammate Ebimo started that. So now. Crossed the line when P7, 36.669. Is there a racing point? Yes, that's a racing point. Dion, yeah, it's again. I'm not quite sure he knows where the pit entry is, given where he starts to slow down, but yeah. Sure not. So I think it's Ipsaro then another lap, yeah. Brings up ERS, so 37.2. It's lap for P10 right now, but I think it's going to be shuffled back later on. Let's see. AlphaTauri next. That has to be Steve. P17 is going to improve, obviously, and he goes in P11 right behind Mike. So right now he would start on fresh tires, and then the couple miles he wants to start on. Need to see. I think Tech has improved his lap and went up to P3. Yeah, he has. P3 with 44.9. 0. Maybe more went P10. Second series driver. Starting with the pits is Ferrari. It's going to join him. Watch the board. Laps invalid. So again, I think Mike's on the lap. He's going to do P4 and laps invalid as well. So should I Is there actually anyone on the lap? I don't think so. Yes, TC is definitely not on the lap. And that's big team entry, but yeah, we'll travel both with GP Greenwood then. He's the only one on the lap right now, so yeah. Very experienced in PSGL, many years of league racing here. Into Sector 1, 26.9. That's purple, but is actually, I don't think it is. It could be just a game glitching up. I guess I think it is. This game isn't very reliable, as you all know. Here we go to that quite tricky section. Doesn't use a curve on the inside. Very cautious on the short one. Then that hairpin, you need to get as close to the wall as possible before the actual hairpin. Then you need to focus on the exit because of that. Smallish straight. Then another very slow corners. Careful on the exit. The white lines. You need to respect it. Even though it doesn't really exist in real life. It doesn't use a curve there. And then under the tunnel and Tech 5 plays grid penalty. Illegal blocking. Interesting. Very interesting. Not sure why, but. Anyway, into the two final corners, JP Greenwood, where can he go? And That's the slowest lap time we've had so far, unfortunately. P15. But I think Grumpy at the end of his lap can improve. Yes, he's found more than a second. P6 right now for the most experienced man in PSGL. RP, did he actually improve, or was that... He didn't improve, I'm not entirely sure. Oh my god, look at that roadblock. Many people cutting the inside of 2 and 3. Oh, he's going again. Okay, I thought he just looked slow, but actually that was maybe like an illusion, I guess. And brakes now, so no, he's definitely not going. He lets my lamps through and all those cars, but he doesn't really need to. And stopping on the apex, people going almost too wide. It's not something you want to see, clearly. Enjoy things like that. Anyone else on that? I don't think so. Maybe not check it. No, he isn't. That wasn't valid. He's in P6 right now, though. Grumpy isn't. His teammate TC just had his lap. It's a GP probably, yeah. So see how it's done the lap. Not sure. I really don't know too much right now, I'm not gonna lie. Is Dale on the lap? Maybe he is. That pretty weird, and that was invalid. Turned it way too early. Will pit, and that's the end of this qualifying session. Mike will start his final lap. My lap has started. Maybe we'll start in this one. Forward from DK to the line, and 39.990. Not very quick. That's the back of the grid. Needs to go again, or needs... Oh, that's the end. Grumpy's retired. The pits, I would assume, yeah. It's TC, end of his lap. No, that's not TC now, man. I'm quite confused right now. I think it's either Arlie or Tech. Tech has invaded it. Arlie has invaded as well. He goes again. 2 seconds to go. Chick flag is out. I'm Cyril improves to P9. The Renault Tech lap wasn't valid, so does not improve. STC across the line was 3 tenths up, and he gained half a second on his best lap, but not enough for a top 10 spot. But actually, P11 isn't that bad. If you can start on fresh mediums, it's pretty good. To up the pace in the race, obviously. Then I think my lap's gonna be the next car to cross the line. No clue if he's up or down. See that 2 corners to go. Comes out. Yerison is from second. It goes in P8. His teammate is gonna cross the line. ABMO 6 tenths up. And goes P11, not bad for ABMO. Yeah, Infinite was a 10th up. Slow, but P10 for Infinite, not bad. Turbo, that's not Turbo. I wanted to have a look at his teammate, but his teammate invalidated. Turbo, that wasn't valid anyway, so not gonna matter too much. And Arlie is still on the lap, and yeah, he's the last car. So I think that's the end. No one else to cross the line. 3 people with our lap time. And yeah, I'm not sure what he is doing. Come on, just retire. It's an AI. Finally. So, Ali takes a second pole in a row. So, the only man to have got pole position in an F12 race so far. Tunetank on Toss My Salad, Tech in P3, but will be relegated to P8 after that grid place pen applied. And then Mike, Dion, Matsiek, Grumpy, Manam, Tomo, Infinite, Hype Sarrow, ABMOS, TC, RP, Spud, JP Greenwood, Woodward from DK, and then Sabeti, MCFC, and Duo, who failed to put in a lap time. But obviously Sabeti got crushed into, or I guess got crushed into. So yeah, just couldn't put a lap together. But yeah, we'll see what happens in the race. I've been told it's gonna be yeah, I was about to say that I've been told it was gonna be rainy, but as you can see, but yeah, not quite sure if the drivers are gonna use the inters or the full wets, but I guess we'll see that in 30 seconds. Yeah, 30 seconds. There we go. You can see the countdown has started. So yeah, we'll see. So yeah, no one. That's why no one qualified on mediums or tried to qualify on mediums, because simply didn't make any sense. But yeah, 5 seconds to go. I reckon they're gonna be on inters. That's my prediction. Is it actually the case? Looks to be full wets actually. And is that full wets? Yeah, there's a blue line, so it's full wets. And I think drivers are not allowed to choose whether they want to start on inters or wets. But yeah, those are full wet tires. Tires. Details. Steve disqualified from the competition now. Interestingly, not sure what happened. So, full wet. Apparently, it's gonna stay like this for the entire race. You can see already the understeer. And Tomo disqualified as well. Tech same. Let's see. So yeah, 3 disqualification. I don't think you really need to hold the tires when it's wet. I mean, you obviously need to do that slight bit, but I think it's not as crucial as for when it's dry, obviously, but just keep it like this. And yeah, so 31 laps this time, not 50, not 57, but it's gonna be a long race. Singapore it's normally the longest race, but having used Barron Short, it's quite a bit different this time. And yeah, in the way it's gonna be very long. I think it's gonna be very long, and I'm obviously alone again to do it. So I guess I'll have to waffle a bit to keep you guys entertained, or yeah. So, drivers going in on the grid. I think we're gonna have many safety cars and many VSCs, but yeah. I know there's a limit. I think you can only get 6 safety cars maximum, something like that. I'm not sure if that's an actual thing in the game, but I've heard somewhere, or I've read see. Yeah, cars lining up onto the grid, and I think we're good to go. There we go. Need a good camera angle though, that's not the one I want. Are we waiting for someone? Oh, no, there we go, the lights are going on. 5 lights. And away we go. And it's quite a messy start as you can see, but ooh, a Red Bull having a big move and he's spun. I think that's Toss My Salad. He's round, and that's why we've got yellow flags. But Ali keeps the lead into turn 1. In his Pinot crash at the back? I don't think so. It's rather clean. Oh, there's a car. There's a car on the side of the road. I think that was, maybe that was the Red Bull again. I'm not quite sure, but it's looking quite messy. It's not a very good camera angle for me. But yeah, or maybe it was Geofin. I don't know. Oh, and there's a massive crash there. MCFC, and I think that was a racing point. I'm not quite sure, but Tosma Salad gains another place. Whoops. And yeah, Tosma Salad. Oh, and who's that? That's one award from DK in the wall. The car is still running, but obviously he's going to be last now. When he started from there. Let's gain the place. Jovin's gained a place on MCFC, but yeah, he's got wing damage MCFC, so will obviously drop to the back of the grid. In the mid back, it's looking quite close here, as you can see. The bridge. Perhaps Arrow. Someone send it down the inside. Yes, Sabetti, but no, he stays behind. Mike gaining a place on Infinite. Further up the grid, yellow flags. That's, I would say, Geofin going straight into the barriers at turn 14. If that's actually turn 14. There's already a big gap between GP, Greenwood, and MCSC, but I guess those people will appear shortly. Yeah, but already 1.2 seconds lead from Ali at the front of the pack. Oh, somebody in the wall there. Not sure who it was, but a few people. Mike has gained 2 places, it says. But okay, now it looks to be a timing glitch. Don't know what to look at right now. The timings are a bit messed up, so Mercedes at the back. I think that was Milam, not quite sure. Yeah, it was Milam. A little bit of wheel spin on the exit. Yeah, but he kept it together. He's still there, and I think somebody's crashed in the second one. It's not RP. I think it was RP, yeah. Has he got wing damage? Don't think so, just a spin then. So Ali leading. Then Dion in P2 in the racing points. He's gained 2 places, Dion at the start. But I don't think he had a very good start actually, but the gaps are already quite big. No battling going on properly. Grumpy somewhat close to Dion, but clearly not close enough to go for any overtake or anything. Oh, and I think Ali went wide, and that's allowing Dion back. Somewhat close. Oh, I think he's got wing damage. Has he? No, he doesn't have. He's just low, or maybe he's got light green damage. I don't quite know. See, but overtaking is gonna be very, very, very difficult. It's already not an easy task, but in Singapore, that's probably even worse. I mean, in the rain, it's gonna be even worse. No DRS. It's just need to use all of your DRS to get past the car. So yeah, and tech into the pits now. I think more than P13. field. And yeah, Ali pulling away again. It's quite close to Milam, and he's got the entire straight to go for home. It's too far back now. Will not go for it. T on spot. No, doesn't go for it. Backs off slightly. Oh, and somebody's round. I think he's been punted by Tosh Masala. That's what it looked like from my perspective. If it's not what happened, I'm sorry, but yeah, given he started to slide, I mean to spin on before the apex, I think he got punted, but not quite sure. We'll see that later, I guess. The gaps. I'm Sarah. Yeah, there's definitely a small group here. 3 cars very close to one another. Someone go for a move? I don't think so. No. Absolutely not. Not right now, but yeah. Toastmaster had big loser at the start, 10 places lost. And we've got a yellow flag. I think that's him in the barriers. Was he? And yeah, he's got major wing damage. We'll have to pit, so yep, big loser. I was about to say 10 places lost, but he's gonna lose more positions once he dives into the pits, and somebody's got wing damage as well now. Hit the wall when he was about to get into the tunnel. So those 2 drivers will have to pit probably, and somebody keeps going. So that in the pits, he doesn't crash into the pit entry. I've seen people do that. So I'm Sarah. Quite close to Steve, but will he be able to go soon? I don't think so. He looks to be a bit too far back. And he's definitely brakes much later than Steve, but given how far back he was, it's not going to be. Move's not gonna be happening anytime soon. Steve, spot goes a bit deep, might get a better exit. Yeah, but no, to that corner it's gonna be extremely hard to send it. He's very close though, and he looks to have stronger pace. Maybe not in sector 1, but in that part of the track. T is looking much better than the McLaren driver. Not a very good exit there though. So I think yeah, he's gonna stay behind. Hypsaro behind, not close enough either. Yeah, very tricky conditions really. You can see the drivers battling the cars. Oh, that was very close for Steve. Very close to the wall. The cars are very sliding. I don't think he's on the wheel, no, he's probably on the pad, yeah, he's on the pad. You can see it quite clearly by the inputs. Staying well. And yeah, losing a bit of time, have Sarro. Close again, but go for any moves whatsoever right now. Not the front. I think Grumpy dropped a bit of time to die on, and Ali keep increasing the gap to P2. Stacey very close now. Maybe that's his chance, but make that exit. Maybe Amstar will go for it. To the next corner. We'll have to see. But no, not close enough once again. Works later. Spud going a little bit deep once again. Oh, did he hit the wall? I don't think he did, but yeah, the cars are sliding quite a lot. Looks to be very tricky to drive. We get back to the front. Matsiek in Ferrari, very close to Grumpy. Very close. Will we see a clean pass though this entire race? Because that's a genuine question I have, given how difficult it is to drive right now. Grumpy goes deep, but I don't think he's hit the wall, so staying out. But yeah, if you can keep your nose clean, and by that I mean don't get any penalties, don't damage your wing or whatever, I think you'll get points regardless of how far happens. So many people will crash, I'm predicting. So still 20 cars after 6 laps, so not too bad right now, not too shabby. No DNF just yet. Crashes, that's all really. Check. He looks to be much quicker than Grumpy, sorry. Yeah, and Grumpy losing even more time today, only was 1 second behind. Now he's at 1.8 seconds. So yellow flags in sector 1 we start. I think that was that RP in the McLaren? Quite know, but the race is very interesting for me, I have to say right now. Not much happening. Oh, and as I say that, STC overtaking Spod, and JP Greenwood's got a penalty for corner cutting. Yeah, not even for warnings, just for corner cutting. So STC going up into P8 then. Spot to 9th place. Need to see if STC is able to create a gap from this early fast lap. Just under 2 minutes. So yeah, I think this race is going to be longer than the run in Bahrain than last week. Slide moment for Steve. As you can see, very close to Spot, but ooh, and that's a spin into the wall, and I think he's got wing damage. He's got wing damage, and he wasn't doing badly. He wasn't doing badly at all, I have to say. He got a very good start after a poor qualifying session, and he looked to have a decent amount of pace, but he's gonna have to pit. Sabati goes through JP Greenwood for P11, but that should be P10 sooner or later. But Sabati's got damage as well, so I wonder if JP Greenwood's got damage as well. RP goes in the pits. So he definitely had damage as well. And yeah, JP Greenwood, he's got damage. One of his plates is missing, so we'll have to pit probably. And I feel like there's gonna be a bottle from Tech. We'll see. But yeah, he's not very patient. Ooh, I thought he would go for the inside there. That would have been quite a big mistake. But we'll see if something happens now. His pace doesn't look that bad, I'd say. But I mean, he's crashed already once in this race. Oh, and he goes for it. And that's, I have to say, a terrible move. And I think he's got damage once again. But has he got damage? Oh, and what about DK? He sends it, but he manages to stop his car. No damage from Warwood, DK, or for Tech, but Tech sends it once again. That's not really hard racing, really. That's quite dirty, I'd say. Volvo DK, he gives the place away. Tomo in the Red Bull in the pit. And yeah, no bottle right now, but I have to say that was quite aggressive. And he's gonna pit, so yeah, he's got wing damage, I guess. I think that's his second stop. I should probably see when this actually stops. Yeah, that's his second stop, yeah. Alright. So Maciek then, P4 right now, still. And nothing really happening. Still around 6-7 tenths behind Grumpy, but not able to get any closer than this. Yellow flags in sector 1. That's probably DK, or from DK. Doesn't seem quite right, but yeah, Woolboard, I'll put him like that instead. So. Yellow flags again. That's for TC. And safety car. Safety car is in. So I think the top 2, the top 11, sorry, they're gonna pit, I'd say. Or do they? Our leader's in. And RP's drive through for not respecting the delta. Interesting. Dion doesn't pit. I don't know how many laps you can do on the wets maximum, but yeah, Grumpy stays out, Maciek stays out, Mike stays out, Milam probably stay out as well. Maybe. Oh no, he doesn't stay out, and he pits. So first guy to pit, Milam, and that is a regular pit stop. So we'll probably try to go to the end on that tire. Spot goes in as well. Hype Sarrow in. Sabetti will probably pit. I think he's got wing damage, so if he doesn't pit, I don't understand. But yeah, he pits. GP Greenwood. I think he's got damage, so if he doesn't pit, I don't understand. Yeah, he pits. Steve pits. Tomo does not pit. Interesting. Over DK. From DK, sorry. And GP Greenwood. Oh. Penalty for speeding the pits. Flint does not pit. Tosmat Salat, same. Oh, and Tech got it slowed down, but I thought he was heading straight into the wall. But that's a good thing for him. That safety car. And Joe gets multiple warnings in the safety car. Quite funny. And MCFC has crashed on the safety car. I don't think I can see someone doing a Romain Grosjean, but Down gets a 5-second pen, and Grumpy as well. And Tech, I think that's an illegal overtake. Oh, what are you doing, guys? That's probably 5 seconds for GP Greenwood. Yep, that is, but don't get what people are doing right now, but anyway, go back to the front. I'm gonna close the curtains quick. There we go. So, I think we're gonna get at least 1 or 2 more laps of safety car. I think we need all the cars to be in the queue, so yeah, I think we'll get 2 more laps at the very least. We've got only 2 cars in the queue, but Grumpy's in. He's gonna have to serve that penalty. Grumpy's in, Mike in as well, and Grumpy I think has got damage. MC, I see he's out. So Grumpy, Maciek and Mike then. And I think Grumpy's made a mistake. I think he just didn't brake, or he had wing damage. He changed his wing, so I think he just crashed into Down, I'd say. But yeah, where is he gonna end up? Spot in the pits. Hamsaro Does he pit? Does he not pit? No, he doesn't. Doesn't come into the pit lane. Infinite does not pit. Dos Marcella does same. Does not pit. And they've all pitted. Oh, and what? And Spud is in. Right. And he's got a new wing, so I guess he maybe crashed into pit entry. Not sure, but I don't think he was in, or was he? I actually don't remember, but yeah, he's gonna end up behind Tech, and behind TC as well, let's say. And yeah, right behind ST. So 10 laps down, or actually 9 laps down, because this is lap 10. Not much action, so obviously it's not going to be that way. With a fully wet race, then it's going to be long, and I don't think much is going to happen. But hopefully I'm wrong. No, I'm not always right. So let's go back to the leaders then. Harley and Dion, I think they are the only two people that haven't pit yet this entire race. Where do I see the pit stops? I think that's here. Yep, stops. So yeah, Harley and Dion, the two drivers that haven't pitted this race. Will be interesting to see when they do. Maybe they are expecting a second safety car. I'm not quite sure, but you know, as they say, yellow brings yellow. That's what they say in IndyCar. So maybe we'll have a safety car shortly after this one, but they will be dropped at the back of the pack if they were to pit. Green flag or in a safety car. And what about DK? 3 seconds for multiple warnings. Quite interesting to see people getting warnings when you're driving in the safety car, but yeah, interesting. And Spud got open as well. Didn't see this, but I'm just seeing this on my PC screen. But yeah, I'm gonna close this because I don't think it's actually useful. And yeah, I think we'll have at least one more lap of safety car with Geoffin. He's pitting right now, so yeah. Check quickly. Oh no, safety car in actually, so many people are not in the queue just yet, but yeah, so Geoffin is in the pit, so obviously he's not gonna be in the queue, for example, but it's gonna be the same for, I'd say, Warboard, RP and AB Mo. Those guys, yeah, they haven't helped themselves really. Now just Ali has got to keep consistent pace. JP Greenwood penalty. How can you guys get penalty in the safety car? I don't understand. And there we go, race is going. Oh, and Ali! And okay, Dion who takes him before the line, but I don't think slowing down was an option there. And Matt 6 in P3, obviously he's jumped grumpy in the pits because he had to serve that penalty. And lots of overtaking behind, as you can see. Tomo ignoring yellow flags. Perfect 5-second time penalty. 2 close here with JP Greenwood. Tech and toss my salad. Is anything happening? Oh, Tech fighting with Alpha once again, and Steve's got a great spot. He's got front row seats for that battle. They all keep it clean, but Mike has just punted Steve, or maybe there was a spot. I'm not quite sure. It looked to be Mike because he was the first one behind, but maybe that wasn't the case. Yeah, I think it was Mike, but if it wasn't, then I'm sorry. Sabetti very close to Milam, could have a move there and take my salad, I was about to say, but Tech being very, very aggressive, and Stacey, I think Stacey sent it. Toss my salad on Tech now. Maybe he was just defending the position, not quite sure. Very close already, as you can see. It's literally a little train, huh? It's quite funny. Infinite 3-second time penalty. Stumbled with Sabetti. See if he can do anything on Milam. But Milam's gonna pit. I think he's got wind damage here, that's why they were all stacked up behind him. Tech showing up in Tosma Salad's mirror, but right now nothing really happening. Ali is still within half a second of Dion at the front, Matsiek within half a second as well. And then, yeah, the top three have already broken away quite easily, I'd say. Behind between the top two, very close, but they are in that tricky section of the track. Nothing's gonna happen. Right, there, yellow flags. That's for reward from DK. Yeah, looks like he went straight into the wall. Didn't make the corner. He took speed in, but oh, and Ali makes contact with Dion. Great from Diago. Down in P1 then, but he's got a 5-second time penalty, don't forget. And he's gonna have to serve it because Ali and Dion are the two drivers that haven't pitted yet this race. So, I mean, they don't really need to pit. We are under wet conditions, so the pit stop rule doesn't really apply, even though it's not really a pit stop rule. There's only one compound, so you don't need to stop, but I think one tail set does not make it to the end, so they will be forced to pit, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna do that the next 5 laps, but I might be wrong. JP Greenwood, oh, and Tech, what's happened? JP Greenwood's out as well. What happened? Oh, they retired in the pits, never mind. I thought that was something bigger. I thought that was a crash, but never mind. So, yeah, Tech will not go faster, he's retired, so that's the end. No safety car though, so we're still racing. I think they both retired in the pits, I guess they couldn't be asked. I think that's the only... yeah, very good timing. Yeah, I think they just couldn't be asked. I guess maybe they got damage and yeah, he's out. And yeah, for someone that said that he would dominate F12, that not a very good showing. 2 DNFs in 2 races from Tech 31 Racing. Infinite losing a place to Hype Sarrow. Really actually gaining it back. Oh, and he's put him in the wall! Infinite! What's happening there? That's quite saucy. And what was that? He literally put him in the wall. I think both drivers have wing damage. Yeah, they both have wing damage. So even more wing damage for Hype Sarrow. And I think he crashed last week. He didn't score any points, but and Maciek has overtaken. And Hype Sarrow keeps going. He's got wing damage, but it continues. Ali's in the pits, and I think we're gonna have a move there. Salad, Hype Sarrow, and Infinite's out. Infinite, after putting someone in the wall, retires. Oh, coward. He's been shown. Yeah. Puts the white flag on to make me aware that he is surrendering. Doesn't want to drive anymore, but yeah, so it's Dayon, then in P1, and then Maciek in P2. So Maciek in the net lead then, right now. Dayon hasn't hit it, Maciek has. And Dayon's gonna have to serve that 5-second time penalty. So if we lose the net P2, can we have tires update? Yeah, obviously. Scientists, or maybe it is actually, but yeah, in that case it's maybe it could be why Dayon is still staying out, but it doesn't look like the track is in better conditions than at the start, so I don't think it's time pointers, but obviously I'm not the one racing, so it's probably gonna be hard to tell from my point of view. TC overtaking AV for P13, but does Dayon pit? Does he pit? Yes, he does pit. Will he go on to New West, or will he go on to Inters? I don't think Inters are the way to go right now. And he's Dayon speeding in the pit lane, so that's gonna be 10 seconds. And Tomo in the pits as well. So maybe it's time for Inters. Need to see this. So, oh, and he's going on Inters, so maybe it's the time, yeah. Had to serve that 5-second time penalty. Ali, no, it's not Ali, it's Tomo. And in that case, I think Ali's lost out by a lot. So down exiting the pits, you have to take it very slowly because you're not allowed to cross the exit line. Yeah, many people going in the pits, and I think somebody's crashed. That is probably Steve, and yes, he has. And he pits. There we go. No safety car. No VSC either. And in the pits he goes. So, yeah, I guess it's the time for Inters now. Let's see. Like enough work for me this continue. Yeah, I mean, obviously, hopefully it's not gonna be the same as last week where where we had, for that matter, more than 50 incidents to look into. So yeah, hopefully we'll not have 50 incidents again. Yeah, that doesn't look to be a very clean race, I have to say. So Maciek is in, Grumpy's probably gonna follow. No! Toss does not pit either. Maybe will. Maybe it's a lap too early, but Maciek didn't have to pit. But yeah, he goes on Inters now. We need to see where he ends up. Saros in the pits as well, so that's maybe falling damage this time. They are new. Knu, I think it is. It's gonna get a new wing hype. Okay, he goes on inters, but new wing, so it's gonna be a lengthy pit stop. Sabetti is in as well, so we'll probably go on to inters. Overboard from DK for a second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So yeah, I think if you pit now, you go on inters, but I don't think it's quite the time. Otherwise, we would have everyone going in the pits, but yeah, need to see if a new fast lap gets posted, because if that's the case, then it's going to be an indicator of like, I don't know, need to see, but you get what I mean. If there's a new fast lap, then it's time to pit. Pointers. Need to see. Maybe in the pits as well, but he's clearly out of podium contention, points contention for that matter. But yeah, does he pit Grumpy? Does he pit? Does Marcel have this quite? He's right there behind. Will he pit? Oh, Grumpy. Yeah, he's not having an easy time on the stairs. Oh, and does Marcel this cross the pit entry line? Oh, very close to the back of Grumpy. I think Mike. No, Mike. Does he keep going? Yeah, he keeps going fast now. So I think the conditions have improved. And Grumpy and Dos Marcel will surely go onto inters. So Grumpy does my salad. Still on wets. That's that for Tomo on inters. So I think you have to go on inters. And yeah, he's still on wets. That's my salad. So very, very interesting. That could have been a mistake, but I think it was time to go on inters. Yeah, Milam in the pits, so he's gonna drop out of the top 10. And I think it's time for inters. Yeah, so I think he's messed up. Something does mess a lot, but yeah. And Maciek only 2 seconds behind Harley, 2.4 seconds behind, but he's getting so much time, as you can see there. 1.8 now, almost as he gains through that part of the track. He's gaining a bit of time, not a lot though, on 2/10 there now. It's TC fast lap for on Inter, so yeah, it's definitely time for Inters now. He's getting so much time, he's getting more than a second. Yellow flags in sector 3, that's Joven going into the pits. He's probably gonna get lapped by Mike, unless Mike does not pit, but you can see Mike in the pits. Harley will surely pit as well, so that should be Maciek back in the lead. And Harley pits, yeah, he was in the pits. So Maciek back in the lead of the race. First lap, the first 56. And Joven not lapped just yet, but he's got blue flags, so he's got to make way for Maciek. And then Dion's in P2, so somehow he's kept at P2, but Tomo 1.3 seconds behind. Spot, 5-second time penalty. Many people speeding in the pit lane somehow. That's something drivers should practice. The gap's already pretty big. Robo DK. Robo DK back in the top 10 already. And many people have messed up the pit window, per se, I guess. I messed up the strategy, I think it's right. Yeah, clearly not much happening. Grumpy very close to Tomo. They are on the same tires. They have pitted on the same lap. Grumpy just looks to be quicker. Quite close to the wall on entry there, but he's gaining time. He's gaining time. I think TC has overtaken Spud. P12. TC's got an 8 seconds. 8-second gap to count for him. Dan got penalty, 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Gets him going that for that beginning. Grumpy fast lap, marginally quicker than Maciek's. Maciek. Maciek comfortably leading by 8 seconds. So yeah, I don't think you need to pit again unless the conditions get worse once again. It's TC 5-second for exceeding track limits. Not sure what happened. VSC coming in. Oh god. Please, chat, keep me entertained. People love it in this race. I'm not sure if you have actually seen what you've done, because that didn't look good either. But if you're not happy, then just send things to the stewards. Just report people if you're not happy with how people drive. So we're back racing then, and that's pretty much the only battle we have right now. But Grumpy looking quite racy right now, and quite pacey. He's feeling it. B2 is in sight. I think Dan's got damage, because I think he's lost a bit of time there, but yeah, 11 laps to go. It's going very long, unsurprisingly, but Grumpy ever be able to overtake Tomo though? That's the question. There's pretty much only one overtaking area, and that's to this upcoming corner, but staying close to the car in front of you before it is quite tricky. So yellow flags in sector 3, that's for Robo DK from DK. He's got time penalty for multiple warnings now. Yeah, he was in the points, but I think I'm just cursed. Once again, Tomo has caught Dion. He looks to be quicker, so maybe he's got damage down. I need to see this. We'll use the outside shot. No, he doesn't have damage, or doesn't have any visual damage at the very least, so he's just losing out on pace. Forward from DK, losing one more place to Spot this time. That's close here. Yeah, they're actually battling, I think, for P11, but yeah, it's more interesting battle here for second place, but Down's got a penalty. Oh, small contact with the wall for Grumpy. So, yeah, Grumpy's already on the podium, theoretically. But he's probably going to go for that P2 track. I mean, for that P2. P2 fast lap for Mike. It's going to lead to 4 seconds behind Grumpy. Be very close, as you can see, to Tummel. Unable to go for anything again, too far back. Down, definitely losing out. And Ali's in P6 already, didn't see this, but is he gaining any time back on Mike? That's the question. That is the question. And Grumpy's already, he's always very close to the wall there. It's just you know, skilled as you need to be quick at Singapore. You need to be able to go very close to the walls without hitting them, and TC's out in the pits. So yeah, just decided to call it a day. Don't want to drive anymore. So Grumpy 4 tenths behind. And no, there's yellow flags there, not able to go for any moves. So yeah, not much happening, and Mike is back, as you can see, half a second, pretty much half a second behind Grumpy. So he's got some pace, Mike, clearly. What was it again? I don't know what you mean by again, it's always been that way, but... seconds behind P1 and P2 now. So yeah, we're not gonna have a race for the lead. So that's what's taking us. There's a car on the side. Is that Geofin? It's a real estate car, so I would assume it's a lapped one. Yeah, that's Geofin. Correct. Yellow flags. That's probably Geo letting someone through once again. Yeah, that was anything. That was Geo letting Riley through. Respecting the blue flag rules. Some people were complaining after last week's race about DRS farming, but obviously you usually don't have people like getting lapped that often, except if it's Monaco or Singapore or Vietnam race where really people get damaged and have to pit multiple times, etc. But see you go there? Maybe Grumpy, no, he's way too far back. 2 tenths is too much. You need to be closer than this if you want to go for something. No one's sending it, and Ali is catching that group there as well. I'm Saro. He doesn't have damage, I thought he had, but actually he doesn't. P7 right now, not a bad race. I think that's his third league race ever, so it's not doing too bad, especially at Singapore. And Ali is back in the train, there we go, but no one's able to overtake anyone, so that could stay like that till the end of the race. ABMO getting exclusive time penalty. Oh, Trumpy taking loads of curbs there, but Grumpy, I don't think he's ever been that close to Tomo. But can he go for a move? That's a different question. Bit of understeer through that final corner, and he's losing time, will not close enough. So yeah, little train there, and VSC! Someone's crashed, that has to be RP. That was RP. Has he got wind damage? No, he doesn't. I guess that was just a spin, I guess, but yeah, really not much happening. Really, a bit of a dead race, I may say. Yeah, sure. Usually Singapore is not very good for the lower tiers, for the lower divisions, but it's usually a good race for the top divisions. So yeah, that'd be much easier to commentate on if I had someone in the comment box with me, but yeah, you don't always get what you want. And Spad overtaking Milam. Oh, never mind, it's Milam going into the pits. And we've got a yellow flag there. What is that for? I think that's World War DK stepping aside, but it's a bit weird. I don't know. So Ali now. Very close to Mike, but I don't think we'll see any move. So just need to stay on alert from my side and see if anything happens, but it's very unlikely, I would say. It's very unlikely. They're all very close to one another, but that obviously isn't enough. Yeah. So sad. It's literally impossible to overtake anyone. Maybe Tosmasala is going to overtake Sabet in the next few laps, but actually go for it soon. Small moment for Sabetti. Tosmasala doesn't go for it right now, but never mind, we've got a move there. Move happening, Mikey and Ali. Ali on the outside doesn't give much room for Mike. And they're going side by side through that corner, and Ali sends it and gets the move done. Meanwhile, Tosmasala, this round, I think he went from the inside, but I guess the move was never going to happen. So there was actually one move and I didn't miss it. Perfect, inch perfect. No, just kidding. So, Grumpy, or Ali actually. Ali, he's got no ERS, he's used everything to overtake Mike. Very close to making contact with Grumpy. He's using a bit of overtake there, and that soul is going to end very badly. Ali, what are you doing? Come on. That was very risky. That was very, very risky. Yeah, I thought they would crash, but that didn't happen. As Grumpy's got a 3-second time penalty, 11 seconds for Dion. It's because he's put in the pits. Yeah, went too quickly in the pits, and he's got 2 penalties for track limits. Mike's got a penalty now as well, so we lose out. Actually, nothing. Sabati's 3-second time penalty, but Sabati's losing quite a lot to Tomo. Tomo was 5 seconds behind, now he's 3.4. Is Ali gonna go for another move? I don't think so. He's got no ERS to use. So no, doesn't go for the move. Tomo now, close to Dion, but you obviously need to be extremely close if you want to go for a move. Especially here, as you can't really send it on the brakes. So yeah, 10 laps to go. Oh, and he sends it! Ali! What kind of move is this? That wasn't a very clean pass. And Grumpy, he's lost his shit. He's lost his shit. I think he didn't quite like the move, and he sent it round the inside, the outside of Ali, but there was no space to speak of. And that's him where quite significant wing damage, and I think, yeah, if he doesn't pit, he's gonna lose in more time. He's got a 15-second time gap. I can't speak. 15-second gap behind him. There we go. So pitting is the right decision. He's not gonna lose too many places, I don't think. See, obviously, but I don't think that was very clean from Ali anyway. That was quite a rude send, I may say. Yellow flags in sector 1. Was that for Sabetia? I don't know. Does Marcella back? No, that was maybe Mike. I'm not quite sure. But does Marcella back very close to Sabeti? Maybe we'll see a move happening. Shifting his way to 5th gear, but I think he's too far back. Down 3-second time pen, so he's gonna lose at least 2 places, if not 3. Don't think he's gonna lose 4, but let's see. And Dos Marcella sends it. At least he didn't make contact this time, but that was extremely risky. But at least he stays out of the wounds. It's a bit of roadblock right now from Sabetti, but obviously given the number of laps left. Oh, and he sends it! But that's a good move, he leaves space. He manages to stop the car in time. I don't think that was too bad. Sabetti, I think, turned in a bit on him. Let's see, to that zone. Or Sabetti doesn't leave him space, but switch back from Dos Marcelad on traction. Really make it work. He's gonna have the inside for the next one. Oh, and Sabetti! He's literally turned him on him. And that's a 10-second time penalty for Dos Marcelad. He needs to slow down and to give the place back, otherwise that's not gonna be removed. Probably. And yeah, he's been pushed off the track, I agree, but and so Mike is in. Don't know why, but he is in. And yeah, so doesn't give her an F, and he keeps the place. Interestingly. penalty is fair given he only slid into the corner in Tokyo Drift mode without actually even trying to slow down, so I guess yeah, I guess it's not going to be removed. I'm obviously steward, I mean the head steward, but I don't think I'd remove this. Sabeti, does he have wing damage? Oh, he's got a puncture, Sabeti! He's got a puncture. I wonder how he got that puncture, but that's why. Oh, and he's in the wall. He's got wing damage now. And Grumpy goes through, quite literally, actually. But yeah, he's got a puncture and he's got to make it back to the pits. He's got an intersector to do. The wet. Mike goes through, and I think Ali has overtaken Tomo into turn 1. Didn't see the move. I'm very sorry for this. We don't get many moves, and I still managed to miss some of them. No damage on Tomo's side, so I think Ali's just on another level. But what happened? So focused on Sabeti, and it doesn't make sense that I completely missed whatever happened around the top of the standings, or the order. I think it's better English. Ali's got a 5 seconds gap to Dayon, and Dayon was being caught up, so I think something happened, but I have absolutely no clue what. So Sabeti's in, 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. Gear is enabled, interestingly, so I'm not sure if people are gonna pit for slicks. It would be very surprising. I don't think it's worth it. We'll see if anyone falls for it, but I don't think Maciek will start the final lap. Enters Dayon. Yeah, I think they're all gonna stay out. Ali, he's gained 2 seconds pretty much, I think, on Dayon. To see if he, I don't think he's gonna gain 3 seconds, but you never know. He goes a bit deep, and he's lost, yeah, tens. Happen, and Tomo, he doesn't have wing damage, but he is dropping back. He's lost 6 seconds in a lap pretty much. So I'm not quite sure what's happening, but his car doesn't look easy to drive. My fast lap, the 1:53.8. He's in the points, so he would get that fast lap bonus points. And the car doesn't look easy to drive. I think his three tires are cooked. I think they are done. And Ali can now see the racing point of Dayon, but I don't think that's going to be enough. Right on board with Maciek in that sector 3. The Ferrari driver who finished in P2 last week in Bahrain. He's going to take P1 this time. A clear improvement, but a great drive. In control. Fully deserved. He's got 2 corners to go. Doesn't need to do anything. And he crosses the line to take the win here in Singapore. Dayon, he's got either 9 seconds of penalties, and he's got 14 seconds of penalties. So he crosses the line but will not finish in P2. Ali takes P2. So the top 2 is reversed from last week. Tomo really gain a place. I don't think he will. No, he does not. He stays in P4. Hype Sarrow. Does he gain a place? No, he stays in P5. Just my salad. Currently in P6. Across the line he goes. Stays in P6. Grumpy. Still got 3 corners to go on Inters that don't look in very good shape. But never mind. Those are new. It's just sliding a bit. So we'll probably finish P7. Yes. Mike right behind. P8. Spud only entering sector 63. And what a chaotic race this has been. What a chaos. I can't believe Spud is going to finish in the points. I really can't believe it. I think he was down in like... Oh my god. The tyres are not really liking those dry conditions. You can see this. They are literally cooking on the surface. And he spun! Spud has spun! And he's gonna... Oh my god! He was in the points and he spun at the very last corner. And he's finishing out of the points now. So Sabeti, and he has spun as well. Where's RP? RP is not quite there, so I don't think he's gonna lose out. He's trying to reverse. RP, no, RP will not overtake him. So Sabeti across the line, and yeah. Wait, what? Oh, RP was already a lap down, so that's why. So okay, not gonna be overtaken anyway. But driver of the day, Hype Sarrow, and yeah, I think I'd agree. Was down at the back of the grid for quite some time, and he's managed to get back into P5. So great drive from him, but yeah, it's very close between him and Maciek. Very controlled race, not a single mistake strategy-wise. Or just on the track. Oh, and Spud got punctured at the last corner, that's why. Very, very unfortunate. But at least he did not crash into the barriers. So, yeah, very unfortunate, but so it's Maciek taking his first win of the season from P500 grid. Ali from pole, so he will be disappointed, surely. Then Dion takes the last spot on the podium despite having 14 seconds of penalties. And then Tomo, Hype Sarrow, Toss My Salad, Grumpy, Mike, Milam and AB Mo rounding up the top 10. So a double point finish for Mercedes. I didn't see that coming, especially for AB Mo, I'm not gonna lie. He was very far back, but he still managed to get back into the top 10 due to Spud spawning out at the final corner. But anyway, well deserved. And then out of the top 10 we've got Spud, Milam, Sabeti, sorry, RP, Jofin, Warboard from DK, and then the retirements STC, Infinite GP, Gwynwood, Tech, and MCFC. Mike got the first lap, 53.876. But yeah, how long was this race? I want to see, was it actually longer than the way? Yeah, it was longer than the race we had last week. 1 hour and 4 minutes. 1 hour 4 minutes and 20 seconds pretty much. So a very, very lengthy race. But yeah, filled with drama. Or not really, but yeah, it wasn't really action packed, but was to be expected really. Singapore in the wet. I mean, usually Singapore isn't great for racing in these lower divisions, but in those lower divisions, but in the wet it's even worse. But yeah, next week it's gonna be, I need to see the calendar, I forgot. Where is the calendar? There we go. So next week Austria, so a much shorter circuit. It's gonna be, it should be a close race, I reckon, especially at the top. But I mean, we'll see really. So yeah, that's it for tonight. I hope it wasn't too boring for you. I made my best to waffle as much as I could, but yeah, hopefully next week is gonna be better in Austria. So yeah, I'll see you next week, next Thursday, 7 p.m. PST as usual. And yeah, thanks for watching. Have a nice one, and see you next week, everyone. Bye bye.